Konnichiwa, everybody. Hello, my name is Kaijuotaku. So, there's something I wanted to say. There are rarely any videos on this channel about me. It's just mainly convention stuff. So, I figured I would talk about myself a little bit more in detail over just talking about a specific convention or just what I'm gonna be doing in the future and all that jazz. So with that being said, and as for why there aren't any videos about myself on this channel, I have no idea. But with that being said, let's get right into the video. So let's jazz. Okay, so where I'm from exactly is I'd say it's more of a city over a town. Is the city of Richmond, Virginia. It's a great place to live. I like it. I've grown up here my entire life, and there's also a place in Richmond called Downtown Richmond, which is a place where you can go shopping and get your hair cut and all that jazz. It has a lot of great shops as well. I could show you an entire map, but I'm not going to bother doing that because that's just going to take more time in the video. But there's a shop called Caretown in downtown Richmond, which I enjoy going to from time to time. It's a small shop. It has a old video store, a old video game store, Sweet Frog, a cupcake store. It has a lot, but that's where I'm from, is Richmond, Virginia. It's a great place to live. I like it. I've grown up, like I said, I've grown up here my entire life. But on to the next thing. Now, as for my real actual name, I've been keeping that on the down low for quite some time for some unknown reason, which I don't know why. I tend to keep everything on the down low. But my real name is Philip Cito. That's pretty much my real name. I don't feel like getting into as to why my first and last name is Philip Cito, but that's my full name is Philip Cito. And on to the next thing, I guess. Next. Alright, so my fandoms consist of a few things actually, a lot of stuff. My fandoms are all over the map. My fandoms consist of Resident Evil, Silent Hill, sorry, I'm thinking and have a massive brain fart, Fully Cooley, Evangelion, mainly Evangelion, and Vocaloid. There are just 5 fandoms that I enjoy, as well as Panty and Stocking and Air Gear, and as well as Jet Set Radio. Those are my main fandoms that I enjoy, that I love to death. And I pretty much, those are my only fandoms that I love a lot. Jet Set Radio is that I hold dear to my heart, as well as Evangelion. I hold that show dear to my heart. And if anybody shits on my fandom, I really don't care, but that's just me. I mean, I like my fandoms as they are. I love each and every one of my fandoms, Jet Set Radio, Air Gear, and Evangelion, and as well as Vocaloid, but I mainly love Evangelion and Vocaloid for the most part. So on to the next thing. Bang, 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 bang. Alright, so my hobbies include building Gunpla, which are basically miniature versions of Gundam model kits, and what else? Playing old video games Silent Hill 2, Jet Set Radio, Legend of Zelda, all that good stuff. Oh yeah, another one of my fandoms is Legend of Zelda. I'm a huge Zelda fan. I played a majority of the Zelda games, but I'm gonna try not to stray off topic in this video. I'm trying to keep one topic at a time. My other hobbies include modifying and building cosplays, mainly modifying stuff because that's usually what I'm good at. I'm still working on building armor here and there. I'm trying to get to getting better with building armor out of Ava foam, And what else? Watching horror movies, B horror, sci-fi, and horror movies and whatnot. What else? I'm trying to think without pausing every single thing. Yeah, that's pretty much and also watching anime like all other anime fans do, because, that's what we do. We watch anime, and we have things that we are obsessed with that we love to death. So those are my main go-to hobbies: old video games, anime, and Gunpla. Also, I sometimes like to, yeah, those are my 3 main hobbies for the most part. But if I was to talk about more of my hobbies, we'd be all here all day. So I don't want to make this video super duper long. So with that being said, on to the next thing. Now, my top 5 favorite video games would be Resident Evil, like all the Resident Evil games, like that's like my favorite series. Mainly Resident Evil 3 because you get stalked by Nemesis. Silent Hill 2, which is, like, I used to play the crap out of that game, like, a lot. Like, I played at least, like, 5 or 6 times, mainly to get all the endings and whatnot. Jet Set Radio, like, and that's another game I used to play the crap out of a lot, as well as Jet Set Radio Future. Like, I used to play the heck out of Jet Set Radio Future and Jet Set Radio. Like, I unlocked all the achievements and everything in that game during 360 days. Metal Gear Rising, which I played a lot. I pretty much beat the entire game on all the difficulties, including Revengeance. And Bayonetta, which I played a lot, like especially during 360 days, mainly the first Bayonetta and Bayonetta 2. Well, I've mainly played a lot of Bayonetta during my 360 days. Like, I used to beat the crap out of that game. Like, I pretty much nearly unlocked everything in that game. So, I'm just like, you know, I love this game a lot, but it's one of my favorites. It's a classic, and it still holds up. Well, not a classic, but it still holds up surprisingly well, as well as Resident Evil 2 and 3, and Silent Hill 2 and Jet Set Radio. But, like, all 5 of those games, in my opinion, hold up very well. So, that's, like, my top 5 favorite video games. Like, on to the next thing. Now, as for my favorite animes, it's a lot. Like, I have a lot of favorite animes, but I'd say my 2 main favorites that I love a lot, actually 3, would be Rurouni Kenshin, which is a classic in my opinion. It still holds up. I've seen it at least 3 times, or I think like 4 times, like 1 per year, as well as Evangelion, which I've seen at least 6 to 7 times per year, which is insane, and it still holds up surprisingly well in my opinion. And the second, and Gurren Lagann, which I've seen at least 2 times per year, which I love. I still enjoy to this day. Like, I love the coming of age stories a lot, in my opinion. Like, you know, something you learn from as you get older and whatnot. But and Evangelion is also kind of fucked up a little bit, but I enjoy it for what it is and how much it's pretty much aged well in my opinion. But those are my top 3 favorite animes. Rurouni Kenshin I love because it's a classic. Sword fighting is great, as well as the animation is also great as well. I mean, I could possibly make a review of my 2 favorite 3 animes, but not top favorite. Well, my top 3 favorite animes, but I'm not gonna bother doing that because that's just gonna take time. But you know, those are my 3 favorite animes for the most part. But on to the next thing. My favorite cosplays would be probably Beat from Jet Set Radio, because like I said, I am king of the streets in that game in Jet Set Radio and in Jet Set Radio Future. Believe me, I used to know that game in and out like the back of my hand. And my second favorite cosplay is Kamina from Gurren Lagann, because I would like people to believe in themselves over doubting themselves. And my third favorite cosplay would be Pyramid Head, because that was the first elaborate cosplay I did when I was like 19, 20 years old. And that was like the first elaborate cosplay I did. It took me and one of my friends roughly about a good week just to make the helmet, and everything else I made myself. The helmet is made out of like this craft foam, and it's like very fragile. For those who have seen it, you know what it looks like. It's very lightweight and it's very fragile. Like, it can break easily. I mean, I've dropped that thing at least 3 or 4 times and it still survives, surprisingly. But that's my top 3 favorite cosplays. And like I said, I love Kamina a lot, as well as Beat from Jet Set Radio and Pyramid Head, because I love cosplaying the Boogeyman. So on to the conclusion, and I'm going to be wrapping up this video soon. So on to the conclusion, and here we go. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully this gave you some insight about myself, as well as my fandom's favorite things to do and whatnot. Like I said, I rarely have any videos about myself on this YouTube channel because I have no idea why. But hopefully this video gave you some knowledge about myself, because you know, knowledge, But with that being said, thank you so much for watching. I definitely enjoyed making this video. It was tedious as all hell just to get everything set up, but I did enjoy filming and making and editing the video and whatnot. And hopefully you learned something about me. With that being said, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next video. I'll be posting more videos in the future whenever I get a chance to, because right now I have more time on my hands as we speak, because I'm not working right now as I'm making this video, because I normally, when I work, I don't make videos. But when I don't work, I'll make a video or work on a cosplay. But with that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next video, and peace out. Take care. Kawaii, bitch.